You got him, Dirty White. Dirty White. Welcome to tonight's Plumes of Hazards. I am MassBlast09, and thank you to our boy, the vaping, surfing, diking biker, Dino. And, you know, what can we say? Perfect audio clip. Here are my co-hosts, chuckling, giggling like a schoolgirl. We have Shalansa Extlavapos.
Oh, fuck me? Oh,
yeah, you.
Hi, everyone.
I like with the pink finger still.
Dude, it's gonna be pink forever.
Some people take pink. Some people get pink eye. Anxie gets pink finger, and one man who has not touched a bottle in a really long time. Fubaka. Didn't say what kind of bottle.
The last bottle of, or if you're talking about booze, it's been actually like
no,
a while.
Plastic bottle. Plastic bottle. Ah, Dean's over here. I'm like, he's still playing.
Yeah,
that was
oh, Dean. Oh, Dean.
That's right. He doesn't watch the show anymore.
No one does.
He had Mooch on his show.
He does.
Did he?
And he does. He has a show every Monday now, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he does it with Todd.
Oh, all right.
It's not on now. It's on earlier because they're.
No, yeah.
Because they're British and shit.
Sorry.
Yeah, I said Todd is British.
5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock.
Oh, Todd's British. That's a low blow, sir.
Low hanging fruit, yes. It's okay. He doesn't watch the show. He's not going to see this.
That's true. Oh, what? My stinking digits? Yes. Yeah. I don't know. My fingers have always kind of done that. Like I just, my last knuckle has just got a lot of blood flow or something. I don't know. I have no idea what's up with that. Anything? Oh shit! I'm gonna have to cough or something. This is crazy. I haven't coughed all day.
Dude,
yeah, you were like half dead last week.
Speaking of coughing, do you see that story of that guy that was out hiking and took a big old rip of his mod and a piece of the drip tip got sucked up into his throat?
What? The cheap-ass drip tip is he vaping on?
I know.
Was he biting on his shit like?
No, it was on ECR. It was some kind of.
I don't read ECR for a few days, and this shit happens.
Yeah, it was the.
I did not see that. That is crazy shit.
Yeah, right there. Shedder dude. He posted about 8 hours ago. He said, on Saturday, I was chilling in the woods, vaping and exploring with some bros. I pulled my mod out of my pocket. It was the Smoked Battle Star with the Smoke TFV12 prints and included the wireframe epoxy drip tip. Raised it to my lips, and I started to take a fat rip when I feel a rock or a pebble or something shoot into the back of my throat. I cough and spit out and try to see what it is and look down at my drip tip and see a chunk missing. Slightly traumatized, I didn't vape for the rest of the day. Happy to be alive. Only using solid drip tips now. Never using one with a fucking wireframe again. There you go.
What the hell's a wireframe drip tip?
You sure was your drip tip? You were hiking with your bros.
Yeah.
Exploring the woods and ripping fat bongers.
Yeah. So let's see. Is this working? Oh, what the hell? So here is a I guess this is what he's calling the wireframe. This is what it looks like here.
Fat rip, bro. Exactly, sick boy.
Let's
rip, bro.
Let's put fat rip right into his fat rip throat. Here it is on the screen.
Whoa.
Oof.
Whoa, was this from the Fast Tech Digest?
I don't know, but damn.
Looks like a cheap honeycomb.
Yeah, and
things.
Like and thin too. I didn't know you could do something that thin because of course pieces are going to break off.
I've had like those double ridge drip tips. I've had them break.
Sure.
Yeah,
like just popping them in.
I could see the. I don't know if I've ever had a double one that was plastic. All the doubles that I've had have been metal.
One of my DHD tips, I think I was trying to put back on when I was drunk, and I just like smushed it on my top cap, and I ended up chipping it.
Are the DHDs double?
No, they're not double. It's a single ridge, but the one on mine was a little thin.
Interesting. Yeah.
So
So
one of my Kennedy tips, I believe.
Single. That's what I thought. I had one out.
William says he inhaled the Yangtze River. That boy gonna die.
So apparently, I don't know if he's in chat yet. Apparently, Mooch is going to be doing a live stream, Battery Mooch YouTube live stream Q&A.
He did it.
No, it says it's going to be on the 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern.
He did a live stream the other day.
Oh, okay.
Didn't he? I don't think it was the same. He's doing another live stream.
I guess he's doing another one.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
Battery.
Okay, so this one is number 2. It's
Yeah.
Battery Mooch live stream Q&A number 2. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. He's going to do the second part of it. So
right on.
Check that out.
Right on. I did post a screenshot in the Plumes group earlier because I was actually catching up on my Minding Your Maws, and he did have a good graph, which I'm going to share right now, just because you're already talking about the mooch.
Do it.
As well, I'll mention that here. There you go. So there's been some people that have said things about the old doo-doo browns and HD2s being more gooder than the VTC6s, and I've always differed. I always thought like the VTC6s were more gooder, and as you can see here, all these numbers are better. So there, suck it.
Cross your arms. Mood said so.
That's right.
So there.
Yes.
He's like the Mooch is like the
He should
did it.
He should always end the show with, and that's the bottom line, because Mooch said so.
Yes. Yes.
He should.
I'm down.
And then smash a beer on his forehead and drink it.
I feel like there has to be something there about bending cat brims.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make the fucking noise from Home Improvement.
The creaking sound.
That's when he was talking about doing that the channel, he and I were chatting a little bit, and he was talking about dropping the hat, like not putting the hat on. I'm like, dude, you can't not have your hat on there. That's standard periphery for Mooch. You gotta have the hat. It's necessary. God, my desk is a mess. I just caught a glimpse of it in the video here. It's just shit all the way down.
Welcome.
Hot tea.
Just chalk up to being sick for a week.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and wife's got it now. She's barely getting over it now.
With all the berry juice she makes, she's still sick.
Dude, when somebody actually said that to her.
She even breathes this stuff.
He's like
that's stuff probably impregnated right through.
It doesn't matter how when you have somebody cough into your mouth. It's just gonna get sick.
Speaking of, did you see the video of the dad getting the noodle out of the kid's nose?
I just saw that. Right before we went live, I just saw it.
Oh my god,
it was great.
It was that is the best dad solution to like a problem that would be a significant problem.
The kid got a kick out of it.
Do you have it handy? You've got to share it now.
Yeah. I get it. 1 second.
It's so good. I was wondering, like, oh, you should do. That's exactly what he's doing. Dude, I swear I haven't coughed in like 2 days.
Yeah.
And Lasty plays Dean wigging out with the dildo video, and now I'm laughing so hard I can't stop coughing. Is this a Trump-approved graph? Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Did you check your sources? Did you check to see where it was posted? Did you check the name of it? What was it? Did you see that picture?
Let's just wait for Mooch.
Somebody found it in the library. They found the fake news figure outer.
All I know is that graph said I was right, therefore it's totally valid.
Yeah.
So, can you imagine if we waited until Mooch came into chat to start the show?
Holy shit!
No, I cannot. Hey, Foo.
Hi.
We vaping on.
Yes, that's vapeando on.
I have some rail snatcher in the
Ooh.
Hello.
The Limo. You know, my bread and butter
and kissing snatches.
And I have this one in the pocket box. Yeah. What about you, Angsty?
Where to go?
This week, I was actually mostly vaping on the Narca with one of Toonie's coils in it. And then I got in a new thing. So I switched gears, and instead of putting one of Toonie's coils in it, which by the way was working really well, I put a regular parallel build in it because I'm testing a new atomizer, and I want to start with something that I know. But mod Limelight Freehand Gloom. Obviously, this is a unregulated MOSFET mod. Inside there's rail snatcher apparently, and on top of there's the new Addy. This is the Hellfire Strike. We'll probably talk about this a little bit because I've had it since Friday, and I feel like I can talk about it a little bit. Omen post-style tip on top.
It looks like an IGO L top cap.
IGO
W.
It is very square. It's true.
IGO W rather.
It's the IGO W. That's right. It's got a little bit of extra stuff on top there, and the airflow hole is very interesting. But you're right. The overall looks, I don't disagree. I will say, well, I'll save that for the review. No, I won't. I'll talk about it right now. Williams, when I made references to how unattractive this was, William said, "I've got some very attractive atomizers on my shelf that don't work for shit." So there is that. I think that that was a good summary of that. On my other Limelight, this is a Limelight, not Gloom. This is a Limelight regular freehand made out of walnut, well seasoned with Texas hand grease. Inside of here is Abolishment. On top is the Narca with, oh, my drip tip's gone wonk. With a bell cap on my Narca. Ooh, look at there. And an Owen tip on top of there too. That's it. Masty, have you vaped anything today, sir?
I has not.
You has not.
So okay, let me start this. All right, here we go. I gotta catch it when it's restarted.
Is it a GIF? It's a GIF, right?
Nope. It's the actual video.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta go quick. Here we go.
All right, open your mouth. Ready? That's not funny. Burns in my mouth. Don't ever put macaroni in your nose again. That's nasty. That'll hurt you.
I didn't see the video. That's awesome.
What? Put macaroni in your nose and that. Oh God, that's so gross.
That's the best.
That is fun. I just saw a GIF of it. I didn't see a whole video. It was much better with the ending part. That was
my wife's supposed to be like, it's not funny.
Luke Snow, what is he trying to do? His kid had put a macaroni up his nose, so the dad put his mouth over the kid's mouth and blew, and it blew the macaroni out. Because you can't get it. What are you going to do? You can't, get after it.
Yeah, it's not going to take his Coil Master tweezers and go in there.
It's too soft.
My wife sent it to me, and I'm like, what? Did he just suck out his mouth, the macaroni piece? And she's like, no, he blew in, and it shot out the other side. And I'm like, oh. Okay.
That is an awesome solution. I love it.
Yeah. That was pretty awesome.
Macaroni in your nose. I used to put marbles in my nose and just...
It's not a tumor.
Unassisted.
Was it a Mars tracker?
No, those are boogers you pull out.
Well, Total Recall, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that was one of the bigger marbles, the big ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a striker.
Yeah.
That thing was like this big, coming out of Arnold's nose.
Can you imagine that now? Like, kids don't play with marbles. That's glass. You're not playing with it.
Yeah, it could hurt you.
No,
Luke, you could have sucked it on the nose, but it would have been grosser. Yeah, that would have been way grosser. Then you would have the problem with the drip tip, right?
Yeah.
You didn't play with enough marbles as a kid.
Solving all the problems.
Oh man.
So Ahmed, do you have on your list to talk about Biggles?
Which part? His sale?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might as well mention it right now. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
What?
Valentine's.
No, it's not. It's Wednesday.
Whatever. Stuff. I've already seen the fucking 1-800-Flowers vans all over my neighborhood. So. Anyway, and as you know, one of my favorite flavors of his is Valentine's. So every Valentine's Day, he does a sale. This one he's doing, no matter what you order, you get a free 30 ml of Valentine for Valentine's Day.
What if you order a 30 ml of Valentine?
You get it for half off. And you get a 30 ml of Valentine.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you're getting some fucking Valentine.
Wait. I just realized that I've been sick for a while, and I've been leaving this alone. I need to bust out my candy. I haven't had any rail cracker candy in weeks.
I heard you got some soap too.
I did. I think I showed it on the show.
Did you? I don't remember.
I think I did. A rail cracker soap and rail cracker hot candies.
That's no, you can't have soap.
Yeah, these things are great too.
Looks like Turkish delight.
It was good when you got the shit. Anyway, so Biggles got a sale.
And yeah, Valentine's good. Chocolate mint. So that means his 120s are $20. Yeah. $40 divided by 2 is 20. That's quick maths. So yeah.
Clean AF Coil said, "What's the site to get Valentine?" It's bigglesworthlabs.com. I think, right?
Yes. Bigglesworthlabs.com.
Making sure.
No S. So Bigglesworth.
Bigglesworth Labs. Plural. There you go.
Yep.
Links inside chat. Or not inside chat. Links in the show chat.
Yo, it's like depressing yesterday because there wasn't football on. It was a very depressing Sunday. We're in that purgatory of sports.
That lull. Yeah.
Lull with just basketball and hockey. Well, we got the Olympics going on, but baseball.
Oh man, can we talk about that for a minute? Why is it that every year it gets every 2 years? What are the winners every 2 and the other ones are every 8?
They're every 4.
I don't know.
Each of them.
Well, every one.
They alternate 2 years.
Yeah. So NBC is covering it and whatever we just had TV on Channel 2 and here come these 3 losers on this parade during the Olympics. I'm like, special coverage of the Olympics. I'm like, oh, turn it off. I'm out of here. What the hell? No news, no nothing. Just it's all about the Olympics today.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like the coverage just gets worse and worse. Be great just to have a muted channel.
Yeah, that's why you go watch the Olympics in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what they're saying on TV, but I'm drunk.
Yeah.
They usually have it muted, so
someone took one of the Star Wars scenes, and they're shooting at the guy in the snow. Fucking guy's like tripping over shit and falling down when they're doing slalom.
Yeah,
it was perfect. Time perfect.
I don't know what happened. Like, I went to bigglesworthlabs.com, copied the link, pasted it in chat, and when it pastes in chat, it's normally formatted link with a trailing /.
Yeah,
but it's a 404, and you go there. So if you find out that's weird, then just take off the /. Just bigglesworthlabs.com.
The /. Oh yeah, what the hell?
That's weird, huh?
That's weird. So that's
their web server must be configured funnily.
Mm-hmm. Hey, 2 / work. Let's see what directory we can get it. No, we're not gonna do that.
Do
2 / work.
I do want to say thank you to Tooney. I mentioned it a minute ago. These coils work pretty damn well, by the way. And I think I may have mentioned this last week. He always puts in these little cards telling exactly what they are. I don't know what this is, but if I'm reading this right, it's 2 30-gauge twisted together and a 0.3 millimeter, I guess, a flat wire, and a 26 gauge, and then 38 wrapped around it. If that's amazing, by the way, if that's what you did here. But what I do know is they work pretty well. They're about the right resistance. They're a little higher than normal run. So the fact that they're bigger wires has more metal to warm up means the ramp up is a little slower, and also it doesn't work as well throughout the bottom half of the battery, so to speak. But it worked great. Worked really, really well. I definitely enjoyed them this live week. So thank you for making those. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, boy.
I can't even imagine. Like, I have when I was making my thin Claptons, when I was running regulated stuff, it was just a single 27 gauge core, and then like 36, 38, or 40 on the outside. And that was enough of a pain in the ass for me. I can't imagine doing all those other cores. That sounds like a really big pain in the ass.
Random thought that hit my mind. Addy Tooney is in that club of, he's been watching us for a real long fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to call it. So
OG head of luck.
Thank you, Tooney, for putting up with us.
Mm-hmm. So the vape mount I mentioned a moment ago, I do have a bell. I'll show this off because it looks really nice. Little close-ups. So that bell is a little limited edition for the old Plumes guys. He did a flat top, as in AKA non-slam version. For those of us that think that those are goofy, he did a full size for us because Christian is a doll and he's a very nice guy.
And that hunk of plastic at the top is what keeps your vape at a good temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's true.
That heat anticipation.
Heat anticipation.
Seems like it works great. No, I will say that the OG cap, and actually not the OG cap, the aftermarket cap that Nareg put out, this one worked really well for that too. Just because there's so much metal in this thing, there's a chunk of metal on top, and it worked pretty good for heat dissipation as well. That slam kite thing, I mean, it's so hot. At least how I drag. Like, I tend to chain vape and I take relatively long drags, I think, compared to a lot of people. You know, it's like a 3-second drag or something normally. and I don't have big lips, but that's close enough to the cap to where that might as well be touching the cap. And that shit gets hot.
I had my nose get My nose, my mustache hair get caught this morning. Hasn't happened in a while. Man, that shit hurts so bad, especially when it hasn't happened forever. You're just like, ow.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, these oven tips are not merciful.
That does lead into my my actual piece of vape mail that I have this week, but I don't have to talk about that yet. We can go to the next guy first.
We got some vape mail this last week. Again,
What'd you get?
the thing from Inikin. They sent us more stuff.
Oh, that's true. Was that this last week? I thought it was before that.
It was
no, it was last week.
All right.
I think it came on Tuesday. That's why. In any case, so I don't have the kit in front of me, but basically, this I Taste Chroma that we got a couple months ago, so they made a kit out of it. With that and the wait for it. The Zenith tank.
Mm-hmm.
The coil tank by Phil and Dimitri. They sent us a kit of the Chroma A and that tank. So thank you. Now I have to give those away because I have it right here already.
Yeah. Don't need another.
Yeah. So thank you.
It'll make a good giveaway.
Yeah, solid mod, solid tank. So we've already respectively reviewed each. So I mean they sent us a white version, which is cool.
It is the best.
Thank you. Anyway. I need water. Someone talk.
So apparently, I just saw this. Boba's Bounty is back.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a few people talking about it lately.
Yeah. AVE, and Visions E-Juice brought it back.
Graham cracker raisins and gasoline hollow.
I didn't mind it that much. I thought it was pretty good back in the day.
It tasted so weird out of different setups. Like some things it tasted okay out of. Like the first time I had it was out of one of those Cisco mesh cardos at 13 watts on a DNA 20 device. And you know what happened?
Yeah.
That shit was A, over drip. B, it was like Boba's was super thick, if I recall. It was like a 90. It was like one of the early super high VG juices.
Yes.
So it bubbled and spit,
pop,
and hot Boba's Bounty, roof of the mouth. Ow.
Off of mesh.
Off of mesh.
Hey,
right on the tip of your tongue.
Whatever fucking.
So
2014 mesh with the devil.
So yeah, so they're saying people are wondering if it's going to be the same flavor profile. Same flavor profile. They don't know if it's going to
the same. The tobacco got discontinued, which led to its initial thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not going to taste the same in that regard if they have to use a substitute.
Yeah.
If I remember right, Boba's was one of the ones they used a touch of vinegar in it. Like it had a really weird kick to it that some people said was vinegar. Back in the day, just a little bit, like not much, but enough to give it a little twang.
Yeah.
I think they also did it to thin it out too.
Maybe a bit
without adding PG to it. Because I know like early like DIY shit I was reading, people were putting like the tiniest bit of vodka to get throat hit and zero Nick.
And their
Brandon
website is
what the flavor is. It was a tobacco, but it had to me it always tasted like raisins and graham cracker.
Mm-hmm.
More raisiny than graham cracker.
Basically, their product description is: how do you describe euphoria in a bottle? It's delicious. It's a delicious blend of mystery and tobacco. Everyone comes away with a different take on what Boba's is, but almost everyone agrees it's amazing.
Useless, basically.
Useless.
Is.
As useless as it gets.
There is a clone that came out. That was actually one of the first times I remember juices being cloned back in the day, and it wasn't Alien Visions. It was the other one that came out, and it was even the company name was created very similar, and I can't remember what it was. It was like Alien something else.
Yeah.
Crap.
Aliens Blind. I know what you're talking about. Wasn't it? Wasn't it a play on AVE though? Wasn't it? Wasn't it like what the heck was it? Somebody in chat will say. It was something with AVE in it.
Yeah, I don't remember. But it was pretty blatant
or something. Yeah,
it was pretty blatant. Will just said that. Yeah, when you want to sell me shit, describe your shit or you don't want to sell me, just describe your shit as euphoria in a bottle and add the word mystery.
Yeah. So according to the reviews, people were going ape shit over it. So it says
that tastes like
it's
hot dog water.
It says for those new Boba's Bounty folks, a medley of graham cracker, oatmeal cookie, hint of raisin, and the slightest touch of tobacco. This has more of a bakery dessert flavor profile than the tobacco juice. I would highly recommend this to anyone who enjoys the bakery dessert vapes, even if you do not like tobacco. And it says for the Boba's Bounty veterans, the new formula hits all the right flavor notes. Very much like the original back in 2013. 2013, folks, with a few minor differences. The liquid is less viscous, thinner than the notoriously thick, hernia-inducing while trying to squeeze it out of the bottle version of 2012-2013. My guess is that it has a similar viscosity to a 70-30 juice. And it helps tremendously with the wicking. Also seems to result in a much more pronounced flavor profile that comes with less viscous juices. Overall, excellent representation of Boba's. Could you imagine if Boba's back then was 70-30? How better it would have flowed through the cardos?
Yeah, probably.
If I recall, one of the tobaccos, I think Boba's used 2 or 3 tobaccos in it. One of the tobaccos in there was Capella's. I think it was Capella who makes it. DIY people reference me in chat. Tobacco Absolute. A derivative of that was medium tobacco. That was in Foos Gold. It wasn't the tobacco in Boba's, but it was one of the tobaccos. And the one that was in mine was a derivative of its father. So that whole, I remember going over this, that whole tree of tobaccos in that family got discontinued. So
yeah,
because they taste too good.
Very Hot is asking about Amity.
Yeah, I told her it's really good. Amity, the lemon cake. I mean, if I was a first-time buyer, I mean, I'm not the 120 kind of person, but if you like lemon cakes that much and you have you believe in the heart of the cards, then by all means,
follow your heart. Homeward, I think, is probably my favorite biggest word.
Duro says, "I heard Boba's taste like a bum's asshole." It can. I have tasted it in that. That's kind of what made the juice amazing. Is that I vaped it in like I don't know how many different types of setups, and I got something different from everything. Bum's asshole was one of them.
Castillo said that the new Boba's is good, but it's heavy on the tobacco, in his opinion.
Yeah,
indigo vapor for a tobacco.
Boy, that's a throwback.
Yeah,
Tony. Anytime anyone says indigo vapor, I just remember black and purple. Because that's all the fucking site was just black.
Yeah, some GeoCities shit, right?
That's like Alien Visions. It's fucking black and green. That's all it is.
Yeah, I call them the GeoCity companies.
Seriously. Freaking Excite. Come on down.
I haven't tried Cohiba juices. I have not. I have not tried a new juice in a very long time. TBH, fam.
There's just, it's like you get options and you're just overwhelmed with, I mean, back then there was just a handful of flavors, Yeah. We're talking about Boba's 2012.
Boba's was one of those first boutique juices.
Right. Well, when Phil
it was into demand, right? You had to get on basically lists to get it.
List for juice. I love it. I never thought of it that way. It was like the F5 war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember? And then what was the custard?
GVC.
What was the custard?
Grant's vanilla.
Grant's.
Yeah, Grant's. Yep. And but see, Grant's was different because, well, first of all, it was in the UK, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was a zero nic vapor, and so his flavors started from the base zero nic, and then added nicotine, and then refined those. So that was always an interesting one. Where now, someone says, "Oh yeah, I'm not a vapor," everybody's like shuns him. Nope, out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. I'm trying to think of what the other one was that was really popular around that time.
Bombies.
No, even before Bombies.
Poor Bombies. I still remember the hug of death, man. They got hit hard.
Mass Blue Mist.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that's
They were MBV pre-MBV.
that's true. That's true. That and
Who
Thug
was it?
Juice.
Dino was the only person I knew that vaped that shit religiously. Plumist. He probably still does.
Also, EBC, was it EBC? EBC had a bunch of like flavors to begin with.
I'm
I think it
familiar
was
with
EBC.
them.
Yeah.
Thomas Robles saying, why isn't it rebranded as Star Wars IP theft cool? Is there anything actually like graphically about Star Wars? Anything on there?
Well, the helmet is on the front on the
Is
bottle.
I mean, I literally haven't ordered since like.
Well,
2012.
their name is Alien Visions.
I don't know if the bottles had it on there, but on the site it is. It is on one of the images.
Well, if you think about it, it's Alien Visions, and Boba Fett is he's Mandalorian, so he's an alien. This is his vision.
Okay, so EBC, I was right. It was actually EC blend, not EBC.
ET blends, yeah. Oh, friggin', you know who's all about him? Who told me about him? Josh Stash.
Yeah. EC blends was one of the first online ones that I ordered from too. Man, they had so many freaking different juices.
I know someone,
and their bottles were tiny.
I know someone.
You know someone that what?
From Mr. I know someone that still orders from Mr. Good Vape. I think is it Mr. Good Vape? Yeah, one Dung Magnum occasionally still orders from them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, and EC blend was all juices back then. Now they got all kinds of stuff. Man, look at that. They still have.
All right, Massey. Thomas, I think is insisting. I think you need to share your screen of AVE Visions and run the Crucifixions flute.
Oh, okay.
Is that valid? It feels like it might be valid.
I'm trying to think back to the actual juice. So let's see. Let's pull it up. Oh yeah, boy. Here we'll just show the image. Actually, Ahmed, you ready?
1 second, I'm getting to it.
Okay. He's got to get into it.
Oh god, damn! Alien Visions.
I know.
All right, run it.
I know. All right, here we go. 3. I got to get the image up on the screen first before I can do that.
Holy shit! Really?
And
I swear that didn't used to be the case.
Nah, I didn't think so either.
I don't think this was. Yeah, chat. Let me know because I don't remember seeing this.
Yeah. Oh boy.
100 mil, $45. ECR can't be happy with this.
Guaranteed.
Okay, here we go.
24 milligram. I don't know who that guy is. Is he
That's pretty
is he a
blatant.
scuba diver or is he a snorkeler?
Maybe he's a scuba.
That's actually an LED light.
Yeah.
and he also plays golf at night.
It's his underwater reading light. That's what he is. It's a dual-purpose snorkel reading light.
Actually, since all the flu's been going around, the mask protects him from the flu, and that's a pump dispenser to dispense some alcohol-laden juice. As you can see, there's a little shpuka on the end of it right there. So, there you go.
All right, that's good.
Boy.
Well done.
Wow, Crucifixions on Alien Visions. Who'd have thunk it?
Man.
I swear I would put money that it did not used to be like that. I
don't think so either. That would have stuck out very hard. I could also be wrong, but
I could be wrong, but because it's legit been like 4 or 5 years since I ordered it. But
and then
Merry Christmas, Thomas.
yeah, seriously. And then Bombay's Crucifixions for them.
The Harambe is it Harambe?
Harambe.
Who's Crucifixing him? Fucking David Attenborough.
Seriously.
Here we have a gorilla and his not native.
I was on a Planet Earth bender 2 weekends ago.
Oh, thank God! And Nate said no, it was not like that before. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be embarrassed to ever talking about it. Oh well.
Yeah, they were just like, Boba's bounty. Let's put his helmet. Let's just fuck it.
Just
That was
Boba
that was a new marketing guy. Oh yeah, let's just put this up there.
Me and George were working,
No problem. No problem.
No shame in
Done.
their game.
Huh. And the image is called Boba's head. It's called Boba's head. .jpeg.png. .gif.
.clown.fart.
There you go. Wow.
Oh, so I just glazed over the front page of ECR just now, and I saw one of my favorite posts. Quote: Mount Baker vapors killing me. Thug juice changed. Motherfucker. That's why I stopped ordering from them after 2 orders. You know why? Because I ordered cinnamon roll my first order, and it was heavenly. And then I ordered it again, and it tasted very different. Because if you ask me, their shit ain't the same batch, like order to order. So welcome to the club.
Brandon's asking if we still vape stash. Absolutely. Nasty's always vaping stashes.
That's what I got here. Here, let
order some Lushington. I haven't had any Lushington in a while. It's about that time.
I haven't vape stash model. We've become too curmudgeon-y with like 2 or 3.
We have. It's like I vape Rail Cracker and
Rail
my
Cracker was gold abolishment.
PB&J deliciousness. Oh, yeah. You want an old school throwback? Oh,
do you guys still vape Nash? I vape Kevin Nash and the
like
Outsiders.
Steve Nash?
No, Kevin Nash and the Outsiders.
So Josh Z is asking, know what has also been going around for me, the new Purge mods. He's talking about the new Purge mods, Mech? Not sure. He's asking in chat, so.
Purge mods?
Yeah, those guys are local down here.
I don't know that I know that one offhand. Does it squonk? That's the really only relative question or important question.
So, actually have some cool shit to show you. Speaking of, as you know, I'm a relatively big fan of the Kennedy atomizer. It's like my favorite high watt atomizer, not one of. Steve Kennedy, I follow him on Instagram, and he's got some great shit here and there. So, I thought I'd show you some stuff I found on his Instagram in the last couple days. See, he's got a motorcycle, so you know he's cool. He's a badass dude.
No.
Come on. Look at that shit. That's the name of his squonker.
What? Hold on, let me
no. It's 3D engraved. I think it's a 3D cut aluminum. This is a video of
that's getting lasered. Yeah.
Ooh, is it coming in from an angle?
Yeah. Now it's cleaning it up.
I realize, I'm not sure that the sounds are amazing.
Oh yeah.
I'll post the link in the side chat so everyone can enjoy the sound.
Oh, look at that machine he's got on one of those. Oh, yeah. Not necessarily his, but it's a big ass Haas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those boxes aren't going to be cheap.
No, they're not. But you know they're going to be built fucking.
Oh my god, it's a freaking like 8-axis. Yeah. All that. That whole big ass piece to be milled out into like a little thin aluminum shell.
His handle is the Machinist 12. Like,
look at those coolant jets. That's amazing.
Oh yeah,
those look great. Just dump it.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you those boxes aren't going to be. What's the price on that?
Not going to be $150 boxes.
I don't know actually. Going up. Well, this was as of 2 days
look
ago.
how plain they are, though. They're real simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. I think it looks real classy.
3D machined aluminum with beryllium copper contacts and 8.5 mil square bottle, and they will fit 21,700, 2,700, 18,650 with an adapter.
Dude, Hazel Zeta in chat says they're $159.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
Rick Carr says 160, but still, that's pretty freaking amazing. They must be one to make it on bulk, on volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes some dope shit.
That's pretty pimp.
See, I've always liked their stuff, and I like that he made this now because now it puts me in a very strange
Squirter.
one. Right? Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome. It's the best.
He does whatever the fuck he wants. Ooh.
Wouldn't that be something? Switching to it's freaking 5-axis.
This is when Darth Vader comes back from being Darth Vader. Anyway, so yeah.
That is a machine.
Keep up the good shit, Mr. Kennedy. I like
William, apparently Instagram does work without yoga pants. Go figure. I wouldn't have thought so either. At some point, I do want to break down this new Addy, and I think I want to go up close to do it because there's some shit that I'm not gonna be able to show you. Waving it at the camera. So, you guys want to talk for a minute while I get set up?
Yeah. So, got some sad news out of the ECR arena. Both Dong Magnum and Virus, who were mods for years in ECR, have stepped down. Dong Magnum gave his resignation. We've had him on the show before, about 3 days ago. And Virus did his about 8 hours ago. So, there is an interesting post by What Fucking Whatever, or What Fucking Ever Dude. And we're talking about shilling and astroturfing, etc. He says it runs deeper than you could possibly imagine in this sub to a hilarious degree. So, I haven't read much about it. I mean, do you know much?
I thought Dong actually said that.
He did. I
actually had no idea this happened until just now. If you read the chat.
What?
Wow.
You didn't know?
No,
Yeah.
like no one told me. I haven't been around in a few days.
Yeah.
Your ass better call somebody. Well, there you go. Now you know. They stepped down.
No one has been call somebody. Nice.
I don't know. I don't know what's been going on. I mean, I saw his post a while back. So
I think I know what this is related to. What you mentioned. So,
well, they've been adding mods like crazy lately, and yeah, I think it's just a thing.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Let's see.
Getting positioned. Whoa!
I still can't believe that guy inhaled.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
I was just waiting for you to get done. If there's anything else to talk about.
No, you good.
This weekend, and I completely forgot until.
Oh yeah.
And looked at the grams.
Yeah.
So Hellfire has been around for quite a while. They've made a lot of addies and a fair amount of mods, actually. I reviewed Sean's he had one of their mods that he sent down a while back that I used. It was a brick of stainless steel. That thing was amazing. Super, super cool as far as like construction. Is built like a tank. But most of their addies I haven't really got on with, to be honest. I've got a Viper V2 over there that is one of my favorite thinner atomizers. I think it's a 16 millimeter diameter squonking addy that it works all right. The best one that they ever made, in my opinion, is the Exocet though. They really did make the best billet box atomizer. It's absolutely fantastic. The last couple addies that they came out with, I wasn't a huge fan of. They were all right. But I never tried the Sentinel, which I hear was pretty good. But they came out with a Strike recently, and Mr. Joe Chick put me on the list to buy one because he ran a list. It comes a little tubey thing like this, which is cool. It's got the patented Hellfire pink bubble wrap, which is very important, of course, as any Hellfire guy knows. That you got some spares and whatnot in there. The first thing I was going to show you, what I was referencing earlier, is the drip tip. It does come with a tiny chuff style drip tip that goes straight in there without the 510 adapter. This thing, I mean, does it look cool? Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But it puts your lips like right on the top cap, and it's hot as fuck. So I, in my opinion, it's basically unusable because I tried, and it didn't really work. But this is what it looks like. The predominant feature you can see, it's pretty plain looking, as Fu mentioned a minute ago. The predominant feature that you can see is the airflow hole, which looks weird, right? So it's this giant cutout that kind of rounds out and goes to a little hole. It's weird. You pull that off, and we can look at the deck real quick, and we'll get back to this in just a moment. The deck, wow, look at how dark that is.
Much?
Wow, that's a lot of rail cracker through this.
Hey, you know what? My cotton looks exactly the same. You want to see mine?
Yeah, let's see yours. Hold on, let me click.
Okay, I don't feel as ashamed now.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, look at there. Looks exactly the same. So ignore the well broken in stuff here, but I did just want to show you the terminal screws, which work pretty well. They work best with a single strand of something, even if that single strand is a Clapton or something. That it worked pretty well getting those around there. The problem is when I run unregulated mods, I run a parallel, and getting two leads around here in this little slot is, and then around here, and then captured both of them under this relatively small screw head is very difficult. That did not want to go in there very well. But I did eventually get in there. I just had to unscrew the screw quite a bit and then wrap them like 180 degrees and then screw it down. So it worked fine. The other thing that's kind of interesting, you'll notice how flat it is. There's not much to height-wise, not much to this thing. And now, granted, I do have a recessed 510, so it does go down another millimeter or so down that way. But relatively plain deck. There's nothing like crazy going on with it. There's no airflow in channels or anything like that. It's a relatively small deck. The squonk hole down in there, which you can just see there, is enormous, which is really nice. It means it floods really easily and then drains really easily. So that's really good. But there's nothing terribly interesting going on in the deck. The interesting things come in here. So this wonky little cap. And we can see the little funny airflow hole that stays the same shape no matter where you got the airflow set. And what air does is it goes inside of here and then comes out of here. And I wonder if I can get a light. Let me get a light real quick. Boop. So I can shine it, see if this will work. Yeah. You can see where the air comes in there. So that little bit there, there we go. That little bit there has got a giant, or a tiny little thing. And you know what? I'm not even going to try to show you in there. I'm going to take it apart and show you what it looks like when you take it apart. So this little guy, right? Meow. There's two of them. Those two little standout bits come down and block the hole, right? Makes a little sense. As you screw it in, that thing, those things come down. So that's the airflow adjustment. Instead of adjusting the whole cap, you actually just screw the whole this top little ring thing. As you screw this thing down, this is keyed into the top of this top cap right there, and it screws this thing up and down to I believe William said garage door up and down, and I think that's an accurate way of putting it, because as you screw it, it goes up and down. Now, the interesting thing, what this really means is when you're vaping this thing, as you adjust the air, this is threaded very finely. There's a lot of threads as you screw this up and down. I haven't seen airflow this specific, or being able to be dialed in this specific since the velocity, and that's saying something. So as you screw this thing up and down, there's a bunch of threads. You can sit there and crank this down and get it just where you want it, which I think is really, really cool. So that, and you can obviously see the fact that the chamber is built right into the top cap there, and you can see
a crazy looking chamber.
It's a crazy chamber, and I've got it in there rotated 90 degrees.
Heat as fuck.
It's a teeny tiny little chamber. It works really, really well. Oh, you can see these two little pockets there and there. That is keyed here for the deck. So when you put it on, it locks into the deck. So now this doesn't twist anymore unless you're unthreading the Addy off of the mod. So that way it keeps it nice and in place as you adjust your airflow. This works in general really, really well. The flavor it's really good. To be perfectly honest, you guys know how picky I am with drippers. So far, the last couple of days, this has performed very well. I would definitely put this up with among the better drippers that I've used. It'd be up there with the Haku Phenoms when you get that thing dialed in there just right. This works about that well, I think. It's really good. It's got a couple of problems though. What?
I was gonna say, yeah, go over your problems first. Then last question.
The biggest problem, well, one problem is you saw just a moment ago when I took the top bit off and put it back down. You can actually rotate that off 90 degrees, which is kind of annoying. It's not like bulletproof to get back on. You can actually put it off to the side and then it doesn't block any air. It just is wide open, and that's fine. It works okay, but wide open, this thing, I don't find it to be awesome. It's a good atomizer. What it needs to be, restricted down some. So that part's okay. And then something I noticed this last weekend, I tend to keep the Gloom, since it's a really tiny little mod. I tend to keep this in the 5th pocket, the Zippo pocket, so to speak, in my in a pair of jeans that I wear often, and because it fits in there, and then the drip tip sticks up just a little bit, right? It's down there most of the way, but the drip tip definitely sticks up a little bit, maybe the top of the atomizer. And I almost had a catastrophic problem because I didn't notice, but at some point that got hit. And when I picked it up to vape it, it basically came off not in my mouth, but like as I was pulling this up to my face, this came loose and it would have fallen. So in theory, this could have totally have fallen out, and this would just be gone and this would be in my pocket. That would be really frustrating to me because there's only that one little O-ring holding it in there. And to be honest, the O-rings are kind of a bummer because they don't hold that great, right? They're in there.
It's like a dense piece of metal for the top.
Totally. And this thing's heavy as balls. So this thing comes off really easily as well. So I've been told that you can exchange O-rings, and I may end up doing that to see if I can get ones that fit a little bit more snugly, but I would definitely want this top bit to be on there better if I'm going to be carrying it around. Forget sticking it in my pocket. Just if you threw it in your pocket, that could get banged around, and then you've got just that in your pocket, right? Either piss and juice or just getting lint and shit in there. I mean, that would just be nasty. It would just be a mess. So I would like to see the O-rings working a little bit better. But as far as vape performance goes, the thing that I brought away from this is when an atomizer is working really well, and this is something that Narda does really well. And this sounds stupid, but the vapor itself and the flavor too is really dense. Like you can almost chew it. Like it's real thick. And when this is when you screw this thing down really well, till it's halfway or more blocked off, it's like that. It's really dense, very, very flavorful, and I think that's really cool. So I think it's a really nice atomizer. It's really expensive. It's like $160.
Yeah, that was going to be
for shipping and shit.
Damn.
So that's kind of a bummer. You do get the obviously you get the Swamp Pen on it because it's got a Squonker in it. You do get the 510 adapter, which is nice. But you know what? Now that I say that, I don't think I saw a 510 pin in here. Yeah, it does have a solid 510 pin. My bag. Yeah, so that is it there. So you do get that as well. It's just it's a little expensive, but that's Hellfire, man. Hellfire is well-made stuff that's not terribly cheap. Sorry to interrupt you, Fu. What were you gonna?
No, that was my question. Is how much was it?
Yeah. It's that is. It is what it is, right? But I really do think it was one of the more expensive drippers I've ever purchased. When you've got Nardas that come in at what $100 or whatever those things run, it becomes difficult to pay $160. But that said, I did want to try it out because I did hear really good things about it. I'm glad I did because it does work really well. It builds real easy, especially if you weren't building parallels. But it is what it is. All right, we're going back up to normal view. What is Angsty doing in the background? I haven't been watching chat. What was I doing in the background? Oh, it was probably back before I was started with the little mini review there.
Uh-huh.
Got The one RDA. Oh, the one RDA. Yeah, I have heard pretty good things about that thing. I think Todd may have reviewed that. I don't think I watched his review yet, though. Hold on. I'm going to turn this light off. It's fucking hot. Yeah, well, Irish machinists don't work cheaply. That's true. Whoa, hello. Sorry. A little too zoomed in there. Backed up now. Clean enough coils. Can't wait to try out the Haku. You got one on order, then you're in luck.
Yeah.
It's a very good atomizer.
Oh, I didn't mute Mass and he left. I muted him in my mind.
What? Why did Masty leave?
I don't know. I said I didn't even mute him and he left. now I need to mute him when he comes back in. He comes back in.
Yeah, like last week, like as soon as the show is over, he just fucking ninja spoke bomb. He's just gone. Clean coils. I did a review for the Haku. It's on the Plumes channel. If you ever want to check that out, you can check out what's going on. Oh, look, here's Master Blast. Will says, so I do want to convey this.
He needs to be shown.
Oh, yeah. I got you coming in. Show in broadcast. Will did say, because Will got he got one on the same list I did. He said he thinks that my O-rings are off. Mine doesn't do that shit, but then I also don't have a sacrosanct rip pocket ritual.
Hey, Mass, I think you're muted.
Do I look potato?
Yeah, you're a little potato.
You left. You left out of the blue. I'm like, wait, I didn't even mute Mass, and he left.
Dick. So, no, I don't know why. I don't know. I might be having connection issues because I see my bandwidth being really, really low.
Oh, somebody Netflixing or something?
No.
Yeah, Duro, the Wasp build deck, it does look kind of fucked up. I don't own one, but I've seen them. It is a little. Will says toss it in a pocket and it doesn't come to bits. Good. I'm glad yours doesn't. I can't say the same thing. I haven't had it come to bits, but like I said, I did have that one time this weekend where it came almost to bits. And if I would have lost that top cap, Angsty would have been an upset Angsty. So I don't think I can do that anymore. I need to figure out something else. Maybe I can replace the O-rings on the deck and see if that works. One of the other guys that got on our list, by the way, said the same thing. I don't remember who it was. He posted a video somewhere, maybe in Slider, that he was. Oh, it was Ace. I think it was Ace, actually. Now that I think about it, he was doing the same thing. But yeah, but if whenever Ace watches that, there you go. I don't have to do much to it, and it just comes right off. Probably, if that's what sucks, because it rigs really well. So we'll have to see. Castillo West. Where did you see that, buddy? Where did you see that? Oh, Masty's gone again.
I'm like, oh, I should mute him again when he comes in. No, I'll mute himself.
Yeah, I'll have to watch for him next time because then I can bring him back in more quickly. So I think that sort of sums it up. If there's any questions in the chat, let me know. Be happy to answer them. It's yes, Shane. I was talking about the strike.
Oh, an addendum from earlier. So the Bigglesworth sale, it's 25% off everything as it is, and then half off Valentine. And no matter what you order, you get a free 30 mil of Valentine. So yeah, forgot about the 25% off part.
DJ Vape Guy. You mean DJ LSV?
DJ Vape Guy. I don't DJ.
That's cool. I don't think I can talk about that yet. Because as far as I know, that's not been announced. I didn't know he was going to talk about it on a show. So I gotta not talk about it until I get official clearance. Sorry.
Official clearance.
Yeah. You know how those forms are long and scary.
Yep.
Shane, how's the flavor? The flavor is fantastic. It's really good. I've been using it since Friday straight. I haven't used anything else. So the flavor is really solid. Rewind the show about 10 minutes. I talked about it for a while. Close up.
Oh, is he coming on Mooch time?
He must have. He must be.
Uh-huh.
Must
Bring
be.
in a Lucian
Oh, I'm
chat.
thirsty.
I'm thirsty too. I need more water.
Oh, do we have a chat message? Oh, that's you saying what happened to Masty. I was wondering if he was saying something.
You know, prior to falling asleep, before when I was on my couch, I thought to myself, it'd be funny if I fell asleep and I wake up to like a phone call from you or Mast. Where you at? I was out.
Oh, me.
Yeah, I
just had to do it that once. It was fucking hilarious.
What the hell happened? What's going on?
Like I look over there, I don't know. I keep losing connection.
Dude, you're in 4-3 right now. You're so potato.
What?
You're square right now. You don't have full widescreen to me. You're so potato. You're
you do
right now.
You're all squeers.
I see I see the black bars. What the hell is this? Oh, you know what? Hang on. Why is that?
Do you have
that doesn't have black bars on it?
No, but it's potato.
Do you have your camera set up as like your bandwidth slider down or something?
No, it's all the way up. I don't know.
Your internet's be like
it's on auto.
Like the nail polish in the background looks pixel. It looks 8-bit. It's great.
We need to exit with the chip tunes. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, so hey, Angsty. So I had someone message me and ask me. Person said I saw an episode a little while ago and was wondering if you remember that little mech mod that was the size of a jewel. What was that thing called again? I need a stealth vape.
Oh, that's probably the Omen one. I'll get a link. Here. Did you get a message like a PM?
Yeah, on Facebook.
So if anybody's after the that link that I just gave Massey, it's that one. That's the Open Stuff group where he's got lists. He actually showed the bottom of his mini chuck, which is I assume the atomizer that's going on top of that little guy. It's a 14500. It's a 14500 mech, by the way.
I don't think your link worked.
No, fuck. Why? Why?
I don't know. Facebook says it's broken.
You say it's broken. Paste and go.
Is that an ECC video, Ahmed?
Yeah, no, that works fine for me. Anyway, fine. If that doesn't work, search Facebook for OHMAN. Omen, not another group. That's the group. I believe William ordered one, by the way.
Ooh, I did not know that one. Is he going to use it?
And Brett did post recently, and he said, I mean, the whole thing weighs less than a gram. It's not very easy to make. He's running a little bit behind on the production. But legit, that thing is so freaking small. Let's see. Here's a finished one. I can show a picture for your person since that link didn't work for them. At least I can show a picture of it. There you go. How you like that? Yeah, little guy.
There it is.
With an ugly ass freaking tip on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's other tips. But
what was the name of it?
Oh fuck! What is the name of it? I forgot the name of the thing. The Dripstick 2.
Dripstick 2.
I think it's the Dripstick. It may not be the 2. Maybe it's just the Dripstick. He made a Dripstick a long time ago, and this is kind of like the Dripstick 2, the Reckoning sort of thing. Yeah. I'm looking for another good picture. In fact, I'm looking for the picture of the comparison that he's talking about because Brett did have a picture that he was holding it up next to Jewel. Scrolling. There's lots of tubes, but nothing to compare to, so that's not going to be useful to you. Lots of tubes. There it is. There it is. So if you're wondering what the Dripstick looked like, this is what the Dripstick looks like. Hey, so it weighs less than a gram. How you like that?
Titanium.
Crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Freaking crazy.
Wow.
There's the group name if you're wondering what to search for. Right there. No man, not another group.
Nice.
I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe he has made or is making some extras that may be above and beyond what the list called for. So it's possible you can still get a hold of one. Maybe. Don't hold me to that. I don't know personally. I don't know what I would do with dripping on a 14500 battery.
You'd just be novel as fuck when you go out to do groceries.
Yeah. I mean, the idea, of course, is you're vaping something high, super high nick, and you're treating it like a jewel, right? You just like a couple of drops, literally a couple of drops on the coil, a couple of drags, and you're done. And that's fine. Like I get it. That's just not how I vape. So like too much testing on things like this or things like this, and I can use them and I can enjoy them on occasion, but like it's not like how I like to vape. This is a stopgap for me. This is when I can't blow fat clouds on my my 0.5 ohm dripper. This is what I would use. I mean, they're fine, but I don't know if I could just do that all the time. But I think that is really cool. And knowing Brett, I'm sure it's impeccably made. So, especially with those new machines that he's got, they're real cool. Real cool. Shane says if it wasn't 14500, it'd be all over it. Yeah, I said the same thing, Shane. I thought about buying one anyway, but didn't. I think we can probably rely on William to at least give us some feedback when he gets his. I think I could ask him to do that. He'd probably be down. Will said I used to have an NX mesh mod Addy with a 14500. It wasn't in the world, but yeah. I mean, it's still 14500 battery.
45 minutes of pleasure.
To be honest, it couldn't be any worse than the Triple T. And I used to run that for giggles, right? That was a 18240 battery. And I can't even remember how many mods it had. I feel like it was 500, maybe 600.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. But I mean, it legit, the whole mod was that tall. And a tube. I need to find that thing. I can't find it. I haven't really properly looked yet, but like I'm missing that. And I did buy a.
Did it go in your recycling can with all the Diet Coke cans?
It might have. I can't remember. Somewhere I also have the Fortune 350. I've got the bigger back as well. Not much bigger, but a little bigger back. I've got both of them, and I don't know where they are. Oh. Should bring one of those out on occasion just to see.
Dripping.
But such a weird bat. Yeah, no, Shane, that battery is crazy. I don't even know where I would find more of them. When I actually was gifted the mod, I actually didn't buy it. Somebody heard that I wanted one and just sent it to me, which is amazing. Anyway, he sent me 2 of the batteries. Those are the only 2 that I got. They're so short. How short are they? They're so short when you go to put them in your battery charger. You actually have to have little extensions that you put on the negative side of the battery so that it would actually push the sled, the negative on the sled.
Right? You just put like $1 in quarters.
Yeah. He had these 2 little screws that were like kind of like case screws like thumb screws on a computer case. That's basically what they look like. With metal all the way through. Yeah, that's it. So. Clean If Coil says, I think Avid Life's coming out with a mini mech series. Really? The whole 350 mech thing has seen a bit of a resurgence in a few places. 2 mechs. You see a few people doing that, and it's people doing like what Brett's doing, which is high nick, low power stuff.
I remember only high end people were doing that back in the day, running 18350 mechs. 18500 was super popular in high end.
That was my first 2 mech was the Pisces T that I bought from after when Todd's review came out of it. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy a mech, and I bought the Pisces T, and come to find out, I had 1 serial number different than Todd. Nah, that was 18490, and it telescoped out to 650. Worked pretty well. I can't find that one either. All my mech mods are gone.
Because mechs are stupid.
Will's, I'm going to use the dripstick to steal hits during the boardroom meetings. Yes, I think that's what it's for.
Oh man, not another deposition.
Oh, it's Gizzard Stew. Spork Life. Yeah, Spork.
I forgot that was there. I just know Diet Coke lights and the necklace. I forgot about the spork.
Well, and now the Poe Addy stand's back there. Sean's old Poe Addy stand. That's what that is.
You traded that away for more Funko Pop space.
Yeah, he was gonna chunk it. Like he's done with it. I was like, and he asked me if I wanted it. I'm like, sure, I'll throw it over here. I don't have any use for it. It's like it's got spaces for like 6 atomizers and 10 drip tips. What the hell am I gonna do with that? The only ones I use are on my
6 Nardas and 10 Omen tips. Boom.
Anything that's not actually on my mod is just in the bowl of shame over there. It just sits there.
The bowl of shame.
Yeah. Well, I do. I have a bowl of sadness. Have you seen the bowl of sadness?
That's where things go to die.
It's where Addies go to die. Here, hold on. Oh, get it out there. Oh, it's heavy. The bowl of sadness. So that stuff's in here. That stuff's. I look at granola bar. And just Addies. Sad Addies. They're not all bad. Some of them are decent. You know, like my Toots in here. But I just don't use. Actually, no, that's not my Toot. Sorry, that's the chipped Hurricane. And then here's the. Anyway, I'm not gonna go through here. That's gonna make somebody upset.
Clean AF Coils asks, Angsty, what do you guys prefer on your Gloom, MOSFET or Mech Switch?
What?
So what do you guys prefer on your Gloom, MOSFET or Mech Switch? You like the MOSFET?
Oh, MOSFET by far. I had this. This was a first run Limelight freehand. So from the first batch, and it was a Mech because that's all I was doing back then, and it was okay. I had it for pushing it, many months anyway, pushing a year, and I used it occasionally, but it was a Mech. It's just like I was using regulated stuff. But when I sent this away to get it upgraded, and it came back with a brother with MOSFETs, it changed me into an unregulated vapor. Like to me, mechs, there's a couple problems with mechs. I hate the switches because they're just mushy. And I also hate keeping everything immaculately clean or it doesn't work very well. The MOSFETs change things. They give you a nice little click, just a little tiny click, and you can keep things clean, but not like mega clean and like lose tons of power and performance out of it. And also, however Dayon does his wiring on the MOSFET, it is different. And I'm not a huge expert in this because I don't have a lot of other MOSFET mods, but from what I understand from other people and from a little bit of first-hand experience, they're smooth. The way the power hits is different, and I really like it. And if you're talking about builds, I have to build slightly lower on a MOSFET. I usually run around 0.38 to 0.4. And like 0.4 to 0.42 is good on a mech for me. I need rhodium contacts. Yeah, I mean, that's... The biggest thing for me is the user interface, right? That click is what did it for me. It literally wasn't the other stuff. The other stuff is just kind of nice. It was the click. I need to know when my mod is firing and when it's not. And I don't want to have to push it hard to make sure it's got the perfect connection, because no matter how well made a mod is, sometimes you don't get a perfect connection. And I hate that shit. That just drives me nuts. With a MOSFET, it's nice and binary. Off or on. Yeah.
Brandon had asked, do they still make the Limelight Gloom, or has it all gone to the freehand as? I think it's the other way around. They start with the freehands. And
the Gloom is a freehand. So the freehand is this shape of mod that he makes. And he makes them the freehand with the S is Swanker, right? So the freehand S is this. And then he started making the Glooms, which is the freehand, but just in this rifle stock material. And then he made the Bliss, which is a white synthetic material. And then he made the Gloom Tone, which is Ultim. Same shape. But anyway, I believe whenever a list is running, and they run a list right about every week, like every Monday, you can message Maya, and she will put you like immediately. Just you can have a walnut or a gloom at any time in either configuration. Masty dropped and is back again. So
Yeah,
you don't.
I
There's
put
no
in
list.
chat. I was going to refresh.
There's no list or anything. You just message Maya, and she'll make you one. The only ones you can't get is the bliss, the white ones.
Yes.
Apparently, those were a pain in the dick to make, so he did not make any more of those. Yeah, just thick deliciousness. There's a lot to like about this Hattie. I think that's all I got to talk about this week. There'll be a longer term review of it next week, I'm sure.
Yeah, I want to see some
great.
reviews on this Kennedy Squonker Mac thingy.
By the way, William is right. There's no list for stabs either. So if you want to stabilize wood one, there's no list for that either. So walnuts, glooms, and stab mods, you can just get one whenever they're running a list.
Get them stab mods.
Yeah, the only thing that's listing is the gloom ones now, or the ultimate ones now, which I will look down on you if you get. Oh shit! Oh, Poju 20% off at Gaslight until Wednesday. Damn, I didn't know about that.
Oh snap!
Oh snap! There, Gaslight Vapor.
Jump on it. Gaslight Vapor. Make sure you click subscribe and ring the bell. Yo, Inksy, did you see what's his name's channel? The Science Every Day.
Yeah.
He's got
Smarter Every Day.
Yeah, Smarter Every Day. He's got a channel that's called like 3D Audio or something like that, where he does the binaural or whatever it's called, sound videos. Yeah, and they did one of the rocket launch last week. It's pretty awesome.
Is that right?
Yeah. So he had a guy down there filming it, and it's pretty neat. His earbuds actually have microphones in them, so as he turns his head, it's picking up the different sounds for each side. It's pretty
interesting.
Cool. So, but yeah, I know that you watch his channel, and I saw the link of him at the showing the video, and then it was showcasing his other channel that he's got. So
I do. Every time I see it come up, I watch it. He's not one I subscribe to for some reason. I should probably do that. One thing that drives me nuts about YouTube is when you sub to a channel, you can't reorder that list on the left, so it ends up being real cluttered to me. Like I really wish you could order those. Not
only that, but you get notifications for stupid shit that you're not even subscribed to. That's just showing up on there. It's like, but Logan Paul finds a dead body, and that's important, and shows up. So,
hey, Festy's asking you a question, Fu.
Yeah, like kind of, yeah.
Just for everybody else, he said, "Hey, Fu, I have attention problems. Did you have anything to do with Fuju?"
I did. I was a big vapor of formerly Rex. I think it's called Majesty now by Crescent City Clouds. And Senor Flowers sent over a vanilla beta, like a custardy tasting beta. And I do stuff sometimes when I'm drunk, like mix juices. And I did that. And I messaged him. I'm like, hey, I mixed these two. Try it. And then, yeah, it was either, so he liked it enough to make it a thing. And it was either Fuju or Vanilla Fubacco was the other running name for that. So, yeah.
All right.
Use my name without permission.
Did he see? I wonder if he saw us. I referenced him earlier.
Oh yeah.
Ace, if you just came in, and I'm not sure if you just came in, I was gonna show you strike. Just fucking falls, just like yours.
Oh, who told you like where did the soda go? If you have a NAR product,
not going anywhere.
Yeah. If you have a NAR product,
don't buy British.
You better break out the freaking. You better break out the this right here. Take that cap off.
No, that's
remember
Don't my cheap, unreliable British atomizer.
You remember the satin cap that I had?
Yeah,
you could not take that thing off.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That thing would roll the O-rings. Just
I think that's why he did one run of those.
I stopped using it and just always had the glass one on there.
Yeah.
You know? The clear one. So
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. The Media Blaster ones did look cool, but they had a high coefficient of friction.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I saw you tugging on that thing when you first got it. I'm like, holy shit, you're gonna pull the 510 of your mod out.
Seriously.
All right. Is there anything else we got to talk about this week?
I think that's all we got.
Nureg put up a McMaster O-ring part number for O-rings that will let you remove the caps. All right. I didn't know that. Then again, I don't have one of those Media Blasters. That's one of the ones that I don't have from NAR. I've got a Bright, and I've got a dozen of the other ones.
Fucking just bell caps, bell caps, bell caps, bell caps.
Or you can just get a bell cap and everything's happy.
It makes everything
better.
Makes everything better. All right. Thanks everybody for coming out to watch us this week. We enjoy having you very much.
We do.
Yeah.
All three of you.
Seema.
Okay, they're 5 in chat, dude. They're 5 in chat.
Don't forget to donate to Foo's Patreon, which is this week.
Patreon.com/Foo still needs cash money.
And hit the subscribe button and the bell or something if you feel like it. Don't really care.
And don't forget to add to the Go Tax Fund Me. That'll be the link that comes up right over there.
The Hangout toolbox is broken, so I haven't been able to do.
Yeah, you got to call O-Toodles for it to come fix the toolbox. Too much Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. All right. Yeah. See you guys later.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Thanks.